Hey guys, welcome to the channel OP. I'm King.
And I'm Nico.
And we're the Opinionated Pirates. Today we set sail with a new segment called One Hit Manga, where we take a volume 1 of a manga and decide whether it's a treasure worth seeking or whether it's something we make walk the plank. What manga will we be setting Voyage with today?
Today we're going to be looking at a manga called Cells at Work. It's a comedic action title by Kodansha Comics. So, to start things off, we're going to get a little quick synopsis of kind of how the whole volume goes. Each chapter is kind of its own self-contained story. The only really interaction is between the characters. It follows pretty much the cells in your body. Each cell has a characterization. They're done like a human. They have personalities, and it kind of just follows them carrying out their bodily duties. So the red blood cell, obviously, takes oxygen throughout your body. Just follows her trying to do her job, and she just gets into shenanigans, kind of runs into bacteria. White blood cells got to come to destroy the bacteria, and just kind of follows the cells in their lives, dealing with, I guess, altercations that would happen to your body. Specifically in this volume, we deal with stuff like a scrape wound, influenza, a bacteria invasion, and one of my favorites, the cedar pollen.
Huh. Well, some of the characters in this volume include the white blood cell, who's a kill germ happy type cell who just goes around with his knife, and his job is to kill any viruses, germs, or something that just does not belong in that body. The red blood cell is a not confusing, but like she's ditzy, lost, very
I say unorganized.
Unorganized.
Very go with the flow.
Yes. Type cell who goes through and she just has to deliver oxygen and CO to where it belongs. For other cells that goes over are the killer T cells, who, if you thought the white cell was kill happy, the T cells are real kill happy. They are pretty much your military looking big buff guys who go around and they're just like, I put down the work. I take down the germs. I kill everything.
Oh yeah, they're the macho man of the body.
Yes, and they sure let you know that they're macho. They are just like, yeah, I will fight you. I will eat you. At one point, I think they do bite down on some of them.
Actually, no, I think it's just the white blood cell.
Oh.
I think it's called the phago something. It's where they eat them, kind of like identify what it is. I think the killer T's are all just punching everything until you just explode. Like, I will punch you into oblivion. And that's kind of like their code.
Very brutal.
Unofficial code.
Other cells in there. The B cell, one of my favorite cells, who go around and he has his big old bazooka and he's like, I'm here to save the day. I got histophenazines. I got things that will go through and automatically kill these viruses. And after he's done with that, he's like, now I gotta go. And he just, deuces, and he's gone. Any other cells in there that I missed?
I say honestly, you kind of hit the ones that take kind of more of like a central role in this volume. They do have a lot of other cells introduced, but they're mostly relegated to like support roles. Like you have the platelets. They do have a pretty some importance in one of the volumes, but they're still kind of just like here we are, here we're gonna do this, and we're done. They introduce, as you said, the T cells. They introduced a lot of different ones. It was the helper T cell, the naive T cell, memory T cell, separate the memory cell, dendritic cells. I think I said that properly. And then the macrophages.
This is biology class all over again.
Yeah, it's just think of like every cell that's in your body. Like, yeah, it's a mini person walking around you, carrying out your daily life.
So what are some things other than the characters that you liked?
First off, I say like the thing that drew me to this book was as soon as I opened it up, I was like, dude, this is Osmosis Jones in manga form. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really skim through it to see what the story was. I kind of read the synopsis as like, I'm getting a Jones vibe, and I just looked at opened the book 4 times in separate panels. Like, yeah, this is something I need to check out. So I guess for me, that had that nostalgic value, and then upon getting it, I love the humor. I love that it's got some like really cool like fights and stuff in it, but they're all the characters are funny. Like they play off each other really well, and I guess like it builds the personalities. I like seeing them, you know, play off of each other a lot, and it added to that humor. So what about you?
For me, the humor. You're right. That the humor is just funny. There's something going on in every single panel, every page, even not just the main stuff that you see. You look in the background. There's so much stuff going on. There's little jokes, there's little side gags, there's other characters interacting, and that stuff made me laugh as I kept reading, and just rereading the volume just to see if I missed anything else. Another thing I like too is just the amount of action in there. You can open the book at any page, and you're going to see an explosion, you're going to see some crazy monsters, some crazy
screaming.
bacteria, you'll just see people running, screaming, or just somebody, well, like we were saying, just eating viruses.
Yeah, it's definitely there's something. I feel like there's something on every panel, and it's just, even if you open a new one, it's like, oh my god, who's this character?
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, other than that, it was like I liked a lot. Like there was a lot to like. What about dislikes? I think we talked about this a little bit beforehand, and we kind of had the same thought.
yeah, I would say, as I said before, like maybe it's a nostalgia trip. But I really liked this book. Again, the humor, I just felt like it was really on point. It felt natural, and it flowed. I feel like the whole book just flowed real nicely. So I really don't have any dislikes. But if I had to choose one, like just for the sake of finding one, it would be that each story is self-contained. Like where it separates itself from Osmosis is, they don't have that villain where it's like, oh, I'm operating the shadows and all this is going on and we're building towards this. Like this one's like, each chapter is like story. Oh, hey, I know you. I remember you. And that's kind of it.
Yeah, and it's to some points to where it's like after each chapter, I know some time probably passed, but it really doesn't show how much, doesn't really kind of explain it. It could have been an hour later. It could have been like a day or 3 days. And it's just kind of like something else is happening. All I know is I kind of feel bad for the body that they're in because, man, he's...
Yeah, his poor cells, or her, my bad, or her poor cells, like, they're really working overtime, especially that allergy one.
Yeah, it's like, imagine it, in that one, let's say all that was in one day, he's going through, he's dealing with some flu, he's dealing with some scrapes, he's dealing with allergies all hitting him. He's having a rough day, or they're having a rough day.
Yeah. I think too on the opposite end, like it makes you think like, how often is your body actually fighting someone, like something constantly, and then like you just don't know it.
True.
It's like oh, did that crazy alien looking bug virus bacteria thing from chapter 1? You just constantly coming to me every day, and I don't know it because my cells are the best cells in the world doing their job. And I never know.
I think I'm gonna go drink some orange juice after this.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna appreciate every sneeze that I get, because I need some more missiles to get rid of those bacteria.
We salute the missiles.
I guess what's your overall impression of the manga?
So I would rank this a 5, or like 5 out of 5 here, just because the type of manga, even with the little hiccup of like an non-overall story, I really do enjoy the comedy, how fast it comes, how much there is, the action is great, the way all the designs of the viruses and characters look. I really enjoy it, and it's something I'm probably going to keep trying to watch, or read or watch, depending on how I want to take this.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Like I gotta get a 5 out of 5. Because again, I just went off that first initial like, wow, this reminds me of Jones, and then upon reading it, I was like, wow, it actually, I mean, it went out of the way just not to build this world where it works, but actually breaks down like what the cells actually do. Like it tries to teach you and show you exactly how they interact with the environment. So it was really interesting.
Yeah, and it's what I normally don't get out of an anime or a manga is it taught me stuff. Like,
yeah,
it's biology class, but I had fun learning. had fun learning these names. I had fun learning what everything does, and it's surprising on how accurate, and the little boxes that pop up in between, saying like this is what it really does.
I'll give you the little
it was so
description
great to like just read.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, because I guess real quick, just like on that, like, especially when it goes over how white blood cells are some of the only few that can travel between, I think we like said, or white blood cells can travel through like blood vessels and stuff.
The walls and everything.
But in the book, because everything is like structured, like it has buildings and stuff, like it shows them pop out of a vent, and it's like, oh yeah, this is how they travel through blood vessels and stuff like that. And I was like,
I lost it during that.
That's cool. I was like, dang. So I guess just as an example, like it does a lot of stuff like that. So it's really cool how they kind of make it work.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, it seems our voyage has come to an end. So thank you for joining us in discovering this new treasure that we will most definitely be keeping up with.
Oh, yeah.
And if you liked our discussion or just generally enjoyed it, then hit that like button down below. And if you want more adventures and want to join the OP crew, then hit that subscribe button. And lastly, don't forget the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all our videos. As always, I'm Nico.
And I'm King.
Sailing off.